The new Project B, Saudi-backed International Women's Basketball League.
This morning, the sports world just got rocked. Reports confirm that the Saudi-backed basketball venture known as Project B just went nuclear on the WNBA, and the fallout is unreal. A current WNBA All-Star, a former MVP, someone with a name so huge it'll shake the whole league, has secretly signed a $100 million contract to walk away from the WNBA right now. That signing bonus alone, it's said to be more than the entire WNBA salary cap combined. The deal was sealed during a hush-hush meeting inside a European palace, complete with a golden pen and a brutal NDA threatening a $500 million fine for even whispering about it. This is no gossip. This is a straight-up bombshell. Insiders are calling it the biggest betrayal the WNBA's ever seen, and word is the league's leadership is in full panic. At 4 a.m., Commissioner Cathy Engelbert and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver reportedly scrambled into an emergency meeting. Witnesses say Silver was overheard shouting into his phone, demanding, "How did we let one player be worth more than a quarter of the whole league?" The timing couldn't be more explosive. The collective bargaining talks are falling apart. Players are frustrated over pay and travel. And now this? The Saudis didn't just join the game. They bought the whole court and dropped the receipt right on Engelbert's desk. And that $100 million player, their big announcement is about to send shockwaves through the entire basketball world. Next week, the world's about to witness chaos in prime time, and the WNBA can't do a single thing to stop it. The deal's airtight, and legally, they're powerless to intervene. It's officially called Project B, but everyone's already calling it what it really is, the WNBA killer. This isn't some small-time operation. This new league is backed by a $5 billion starting fund, with insiders revealing a jaw-dropping $10 billion already lined up for the first 3 years. That's not just money.
Reported that there is a Saudi-backed basketball league that will be kicking off next season.
That's a financial nuke. It completely overshadows everything the WNBA has made in its entire 27-year history. And the contracts? They're rewriting the definition of luxury. Top players are being offered $1 million per game, and that's just the base pay. Win the full tournament, and each player pockets an extra $50 million. The craziest part? Cathy Engelbert once claimed the WNBA can't afford charter flights. Well, guess what? Project B didn't just rent planes, they straight up bought the airline. Sources say they purchased the very private jet company the WNBA was considering, and went even bigger. Project B athletes will travel on custom Boeing 747s, decked out with spa suites, basketball courts, and private cinemas. Each player gets their own villa, a personal chef, round-the-clock security, a fleet of luxury cars, and 5-star hotel suites in every city, all covered for life. Meanwhile, WNBA players are stuck flying economy, stressing over rent and fighting for scraps in revenue negotiations. Project B's players? They're stepping into a life of gold-plated luxury, living like royalty in a diamond-studded cage that the WNBA never saw coming. The question isn't if players will leave anymore, it's who will be the last one left to turn off the lights. They're not just walking away from the WNBA, they're walking away from decades of being overlooked and underpaid. And right at the center of the storm, Caitlin Clark, the face of women's basketball and the heartbeat of the entire league. Insiders are calling her the WNBA's hostage, because without her, everything collapses. Leaked documents we've seen reveal Project B's jaw-dropping offer. Not $50 million, but a $150 million fully guaranteed 5-year deal. That's not all. The contract includes an ownership stake in the new league, giving Clark a real seat at the table and control over her future. She's not just playing ball, she's building an empire.
Look unrivaled.
Multiple witnesses say Clark's agent was spotted late last night at a private airport, stepping onto a Saudi-owned jet. In hand, a red-stamped draft of the deal, with a squad of lawyers and financial advisors by her side. If that's true, then the WNBA is done for, because Clark isn't just a player, she is the league. If she signs with Project B, ratings will nosedive overnight. That new $60 million media rights deal Cathy Engelbert keeps bragging about? Gone instantly. Major sponsors like Nike and Gatorade are already preparing to pull their WNBA deals, and sources say the league could be facing bankruptcy by Thanksgiving. Engelbert's holding out hope for loyalty, but let's be real. Loyalty doesn't pay $150 million or offer a lifetime of influence. The truth? Clark's already made her move. The public just hasn't caught up yet. She's done more for the WNBA in one single year than Commissioner Engelbert has managed in 5. And how did the league repay her? By sticking her on cramped commercial flights and refusing to give her the global spotlight she earned. Project B saw the disrespect and said, if you don't value your biggest star, we will. Name your price. The second Caitlin Clark signs that contract, the WNBA is finished. No debate, no delay, just done. Adam Silver knows it too, and that's why he's reportedly losing his mind behind the scenes. The NBA's so-called progressive image is about to be shredded in public view, and Silver's reputation as the socially aware, equality-driven commissioner, it's about to crumble like glass. Because once Project B goes live, it'll expose just how little the NBA ever truly invested in women's basketball. And here's where things get wild. We've learned exclusively that Silver himself is heading to Riyadh tonight. But this isn't a peace mission. Sources say he's trying to stage a hostile takeover, throwing out a desperate $500 million counter-investment to grab a 51% stake in Project B. The operation even has a code name, Operation Containment.
The new Project B, Saudi-backed International Women's Basketball League.
But guess what? The Saudis weren't having it. Reports claim Silver's envoy was literally left waiting in the hotel lobby while the Saudi execs sent back one cold encrypted message. We don't need partners. We need competitors to crush. Tell Adam his window closed when he refused to buy his players' charter flights. Now, Adam Silver and Kathy Engelbert are facing one final deadline, the WNBA's CBA extension on October 31st. But insiders say it's already too late. The clock's run out and Project B just stole the game. With no overtime coming, players have gone silent, ignoring every call from the WNBA Players Association. Agents, they're not even picking up unless the number starts with a Dubai country code. The league's death clock is ticking, and with every second, another athlete wakes up and realizes they deserve to be treated like superstars, not charity cases begging for crumbs. Kathy Engelbert might keep smiling for the cameras, but everyone can see the truth now. The WNBA failed its players. And that failure has a price tag so massive, it could bury the league for good. Soon, the WNBA will be nothing more than an off-season pickup league, a place for players to stay in shape while waiting to collect their life-changing Project B checks. But this isn't just another basketball league, it's a worldwide revolution. Project B has blown the doors open on years of the WNBA's neglect, showing the world exactly how little respect the league gave its own stars. The mysterious MVP who already signed was just the first domino to fall. Our insiders confirm that Project B isn't stopping at one player, not even close. They've reportedly got a blacklist of the top 20 WNBA names, and every single one has been sent a jaw-dropping offer sheet worth over $25 million per year. And the names being whispered, they're the heavy hitters everyone expected. Aja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Angel Reese.
Reported that there is a Saudi-backed basketball league that will be kicking off next season.
Sources say Wilson is already knee-deep in talks. Stewart has mentally checked out of the WNBA completely, and Reese is straight up using her massive social media reach to tease a move that could change the game forever. The Saudi strategy is next-level genius. They're not just buying elite players. They're buying rivalries, storylines, and the biggest personalities in women's basketball. Every signing is a statement, every leak a headline, and the WNBA's watching its empire crumble, one superstar at a time. Project B is flipping the WNBA's greatest assets into weapons, and the league has no defense. The WNBA's latest counteroffer is almost laughable. A few minor pay raises and the promise of some charter flights next season. That's like tossing a penny to someone who just hit the jackpot. The players aren't blind. They see right through it. They know Engelbert's only scrambling now because a league with unlimited money just put the WNBA in checkmate. After 27 years, the league had every chance to do right by its stars, and now the players aren't waiting another second. The WNBA's biggest flaw? It still thinks small, like it's just an American league with limited reach. Meanwhile, Project B is going global. Insiders revealed that the new league's blueprint includes 7 massive World Tour-style tournaments, each lasting 2 weeks, hosted in the most glamorous cities on Earth: Paris, Singapore, Dubai, Rio de Janeiro, and Tokyo, just to name a few. But this isn't just basketball. It's a full-blown luxury spectacle designed to attract billionaire sponsors, fashion brands, and global media. Picture this. Caitlin Clark versus Aja Wilson, battling it out under the lights of the Eiffel Tower, with the world watching live, cameras flashing, celebs courtside, and millions streaming in real time. This is the new era. Meanwhile, the WNBA is still struggling to air its games on low-budget cable channels with weak time slots and almost no global buzz.
Book unrivaled.
Project B, on the other hand, is already in deep talks with Netflix and Amazon to secure global streaming rights. Every game, every play, broadcast in crystal clear 4K to audiences in every country on the planet. That's the difference right there. Engelbert's trying to sell tickets, while Project B is out to own the world's attention. For decades, the WNBA's only real power was being the only option. But that monopoly just ended with a single signature. That old WNBA monopoly, it's officially dead. Once the first Project B tournament tips off, the WNBA will look like a small-town rec league playing in borrowed high school gyms while the Saudis roll out an Olympic-level global spectacle. The message from the players to Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver couldn't be louder. You didn't value us, so someone else did. This isn't an attack on the WNBA, it's an exposure. What's collapsing here isn't the sport, it's the leadership. The WNBA's downfall is rooted in years of poor vision, weak business instincts, and a total failure to recognize the real worth of its talent. Engelbert's endless talk about sustainable growth turned out to be nothing more than a fancy excuse for underpaying her players. She called it strategy, but the world's seeing it for what it really was: neglect. And while she preached patience, the Saudis made their move, turning her caution into their biggest weapon. When that first Project B player announcement drops, it's game over. The WNBA will crumble in real time. No press release, no emergency meeting, no last-minute promises from Adam Silver can stop what's coming. The stars are gone, the money's gone, and the illusion of control, gone too. The truth is harsh, but undeniable. A new global basketball empire is rising, and the WNBA's about to be left behind in the dust of the very revolution it refused to start. As the countdown to Project B's grand reveal begins, the sports world is holding its breath. Because what's about to happen isn't just a shift in leagues, it's a total power grab. Every insider, every journalist, every executive knows that once the spotlight hits that first unveiling, the balance of basketball itself will never be the same again. Rumors are swirling that the opening ceremony will be pure extravagance, fireworks, fashion, and billion-dollar flair. Sources say the first event is set to take place in Dubai, inside a futuristic arena designed specifically for Project B, featuring a full LED court, a retractable glass ceiling, and live performances from global superstars. Cameras from every continent will be locked in, because this isn't just about hoops, it's about owning culture. Behind the scenes, chaos is erupting at WNBA headquarters. Staff are quietly updating resumes, sponsors are ghosting calls, and the players who once swore loyalty are now packing their bags for the biggest paydays of their lives. The so-called Project B effect is spreading fast, with international scouts already hinting that men's leagues could be next on the Saudis' radar. Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver are still pushing statements about protecting the integrity of the game, but insiders say even their own board members are losing faith. The truth is, integrity doesn't keep the lights on, money does. So when Project B finally hits that stage and the first player walks out in that new gold-trimmed jersey, the message will echo worldwide. The old order has fallen. The WNBA had decades to evolve. Now it's just an exhibit in the Museum of Missed Opportunities. The silence before the storm is deafening. In less than a week, the entire basketball world will watch as Project B drops its first official roster announcement, and insiders say it's going to melt the internet. Multiple sources claim the reveal will be streamed live to over 200 countries, with A-list celebrities, global brands, and even former NBA legends front and center for the spectacle. Rumor has it, the production will open with a cinematic countdown. Then one by one, the world's top female players will walk through a tunnel of gold light as their contracts flash across massive digital screens. $25 million, $60 million, $150 million, each number bigger than the last. And when Caitlin Clark's name finally appears, insiders say the arena crowd will erupt like it's the Super Bowl. Back in the States, WNBA executives are reportedly in meltdown mode. Emergency calls, legal threats, desperate pleas to sponsors, nothing's working. The league that once fought for recognition is now fighting for survival. Even ESPN insiders say the network's executives are debating whether to renew their broadcast deal or jump ship to Project B's global streaming platform. The players, meanwhile, are already celebrating behind closed doors. Lavish dinners, private jet trips, and luxury brand endorsements are flooding in faster than the ink can dry on their contracts. This isn't just about sports anymore, it's about power, prestige, and rewriting history. When that first gold jersey is unveiled under blinding lights, it'll mark more than just a new beginning. It'll signal the end of the old basketball world. The WNBA's reign wasn't stolen, it was surrendered, one undervalued player at a time. The question isn't whether the WNBA will survive anymore, it's how fast it'll collapse. The countdown's already ticking, and every superstar knows it. If you were a WNBA legend staring at a $10 million offer from a league that finally respects your value, would you really stay loyal to the one that treated you like an afterthought? Let's be real. This isn't even a hard decision. Why keep flying economy and fighting for recognition when a global empire is rolling out private jets, gold contracts, and worldwide fame? Loyalty doesn't pay the bills, and it sure doesn't build legacies. The old league had decades to do right by its players, and instead, it let greed, ego, and outdated thinking destroy everything. Project B didn't just arrive, it erased the old playbook. The stars are crossing over, the fans are switching sides, and the sponsors are already moving their money where the future is shining brightest. The message is crystal clear. The game is over. The WNBA had a good run, but history's about to turn the page. And this next chapter is going to be written in gold ink and broadcast across the planet in 4K. So now the only real question left is, how fast will it all fall apart? Because by the time that first Project B ball hits the court, the WNBA's story will already be yesterday's news. If you've been following this wild saga, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Tell us, would you stay loyal to the WNBA or chase the $10 million dream? Let's hear it. The debate starts now.